Are you looking to get signed to a record label? Tell me about that. Is that your goal or what?
Labels, feel me, the label, it's a crazy situation just with the labels, because not a lot of people from our city really even make it to that step. So by the time I had that first label come knocking at the door, I'm like, all right, that was something I could show my parents, like, all right, this really feel me real now. So I remember the first label had kind of came, I think it was from TikTok. So like that kind of circled back to TikTok. The first label came when they had just came. It was like, oh, I seen your TikTok, like A&R. That's what they called, feel me? That just hit me. It was like, oh yeah, we seen your TikTok. We rocking with this. And once one came, another came, another came, another came, to the point where it was like, okay, we really got a lot of stuff on the table. And then it's like, kind of just holding out, wait to see what you could get, best situation you could get. I feel like that's the best thing you could do as an artist. But yeah, the labels is definitely be reaching out like crazy, and I'm not an artist that would say I wouldn't sign to a major label, because I think it's pros and cons to being completely independent or to being signed to a major label or even a distribution deal, stuff like that. But it's definitely something I'd be interested in for sure.
Like you say, when the time is right.
Yeah, when the time is right, just make sure you got the right opportunity, the right situation for you.
Yeah,
for sure.
Now, speaking of your parents, how are your parents supporting you being a rapper?
At first, they was a little questionable. Like any parent gonna be questionable if they kids is like, I'm about to start rapping, because it's one of them careers where like it's a slim chance. Feel me? It's not that easy to really make it. But if you could get your foot in the door, it could really become a big thing. So at first, I remember my mom used to be like, oh, it's more than just rapping. You can't just be up there in your room rapping all the time. But in my head, I knew. I'm like, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. I just got to show her. So once the labels and all the deals and all that stuff started coming on the table, that's when it was like, all right, that's a real job. Like, you get paid from it. So that's when, for them, it was like, all right, it's real now. So, but it was quick, though. Luckily for me, like, from me start rapping to the point that labels was reaching out, it was only like a 2-month period though in between, so it wasn't even that long for them to see that it was really real stuff going on with it, for sure.
Heck yeah.
So yeah.
And I mean, nowadays you can show your parents, like, look, it is artists from here that's making it to these big stages. Like I Show Speed, he was just performing at Rolling Loud in Portugal and things like that. Is that like when you see young kids from Cincinnati doing stuff like that, is that an inspiration?
Yeah, I think shout out Speed from Cincinnati. So I think he just somebody that people in Cincinnati could look at like, well, if he made it, we went to the same high school, why you can't make it too? So I feel like Speed is a perfect example of just a regular kid, because he was a regular teenager, feel me, but he just made it all the way to Rolling Loud. So it's like, I feel like Speed a good example of just chase your dream, and you might, feel me, you can make it happen if you really just believe in it. Because I remember Speed be streaming, feel me, he was streaming in his bedroom, feel me, when his mom coming in the room telling him you gotta stop streaming, now he ain't Rolling Loud. So I feel like Speed a good example that you should chase your dreams, for sure.
Sure. All right, man. So tell me about your feelings on the Cincinnati music scene. You're young, so what do you feel like the state of the industry here in Cincinnati is on the music side?
I think the Cincinnati music industry, just like any other city or any other neighborhood, we got a lot of talent, feel me? We got a lot of stars. We got a lot of rappers that could rap with these mainstream rappers, that could be in the same room with these mainstream rappers and hold their own. But it's just a case of them not really knowing. They might be not marketing their music, or they might not be all the way into the music. They might be halfway in the streets, or they halfway doing this and that. But music is one of them things. Really, any hobby is one of them things where you got to put your whole foot in the door, both feet in the door, and really just bet on yourself. Because even myself as an artist, when I came with my first music video, I spent my whole check from my job at the time and just put it into the music video, feel me? So that's what a lot of these artists don't be doing. They don't really be betting on themselves, and then they also got to take into account that is more factors than just rapping or just making your music. That's the first step, but once you make the song, you got to market the song, you got to promote it, which is two different things, feel me? You got to really do some research on what's a good time to put out your song, what day,
what time.
Yeah, there's so much that go into it that nowadays just being a good rapper or being a good singer or whatever isn't going to get you all the way in the door, feel me? Like, you got to take those other steps to really put you to the next level, feel me?
Man, I can tell, because you dropped the I'm the Man video on YouTube. It literally went up ASAP to 10K. Like, how did you do that?
And from the outside looking in, feel me, most people might just look at it like, oh, he just blew up overnight. But overnight when you was asleep, I was coming up with these TikTok ideas. Or I might be on the phone with, feel me, I'd be on the phone with this girl, like I'm sitting here just coming up with a TikTok idea. I'm hold on, I gotta write this down.
Man,
I really just gotta be on it at all times, and then I'm posting it every day. I might be posting some on Instagram every day until some just get traction, because eventually, you know, if you putting out a video on Instagram or TikTok every single day, eventually some gonna go. Like if you got a good song and you putting something out about it 10 times, like every week, like it's eventually gonna go. So then once the TikTok went up, feel me, YouTube gonna go up, Apple Music gonna go up, then that's just kind of how that took off.
Man.
And once you get that buzz, it's important to stay consistent, because the next record right after that, Get Silly, came out a month later, and with me just repeating that same formula, you know,
it went right up.
Same tactics, it went right up again, did 10K right again in the first week. So it's like,
damn,
there's other stuff you just got to look at, other factors that play a part in going viral that other people don't really see from behind the scenes.
Man, so you got this whole formula built out damn near on how to really market your music. I ain't gonna hold you. You really need to give some advice to some of these older artists as well. A lot of people, like I said, they're not using the internet to their advantage. You could literally sit at home and figure out, like, man, how can I get this moving? It ain't just about taking a YouTube link and tagging 20, 30 friends. You know, you can actually come up with some ideas on how to market, because it's about the creativity of it. You can't just be like, here, post this, tag this, share my link. Like, you could get a whole bunch of people to share it. People might not click on it. You need to do something that's engaging, that can make
something that's gonna make them want to click. Feel me? Like, you can't just go on Instagram and send it to your whole friends list, think you gonna blow up. Like, you gotta you gotta put some effort into it, because it's like a lot of people get it confused in a lot of different ways though. Like, I think a lot of people think that you need $100,000 in a major label to go viral. You don't need that at all. Like, I went viral with my first video with like $300 in my phone, feel me? So and you don't even need the music video. I know people that done blew up just what they own audio, but it's just creativity is something that's priceless that you can't really put a price on. So everybody might not be able to come up with that TikTok idea or come up with that, which you can't let that stop you, because you know, if you can't, or I really can't come up with these TikToks, find somebody that can, feel me? So
that
you just
part,
gotta be really willing to work and really figure out a way to make yourself go viral. Like, you can't just be let the world just, feel me, determine whether you're gonna go viral or not. You gotta take it into your own hands and really, feel me, do what you could do and do everything in your power. You gotta stand out. You gotta do something different. Yeah, you gotta do something different. You gotta have that it factor. You know, and a lot of people might have that it factor and they don't even really wanna, they might be too scared to show it, or they don't wanna be too cool. They don't wanna, feel me, make them what make them dumb, feel me, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like,
it make them them.
Don't be trying to be too cool. Don't be trying to, feel me, be too street. Like, just really be yourself, and cause that's what's gonna make you go viral at the end of the day. So it's like, feel me, that's what I say on that. For sure, man. You know what, SamSantana, man, you smart, man. You a young guy, but you smart. You got a bright future ahead of you. Definitely in the music industry side. I can see that you're doing your research. You're really learning. It's something that you're passionate about. And I mean, we could tell you got the views on the TikTok. You got the views on the I'm the Man video, Get Silly video out on YouTube. You got those views. So you performing for Lil Tyler as well. What's next? I mean, you're doing a lot. What's next for SamSantana for the rest of the year? Well, we got a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of stuff that's really going. I'm at the point in my, feel me, career, even though it's early on, I want to start doing stuff that the city never seen, like really kind of put Cincinnati on the map. So we got a lot of stuff coming up. We got my first mixtape, Most Likely to Rap, coming out in probably August. All right. We got the Lil Tyler show. Make sure y'all getting y'all tickets to that. Some big announcements, feel me, just really just checking off stuff on the list that's never been done in Cincinnati. So I say that's one of my main goals on my checkboard right now as an artist, is just kind of really put my city on the map so I could open the door for other artists to come through it, feel me, and my own boys, feel me, other people from the city, for them to find a way into the industry, feel me. So that's what I say I got coming up. Man, I'm so glad that you stopped by for when I cut today, SamSantana, and doing one of like your first. Is this your first interview, or have you did this your first one? Interview, yeah. Wow, you did good. Yeah, I'm glad you stopped by, because you heard it here first, you know. So now when you travel and everything like that, I got the rights to say, you know, you said the first interview was did here for me, 411 Uncut. Yes, it's the place y'all need to be, man. One of the best media outlets coming out of Ohio for me. So make sure y'all tap in. Hey, thank you so much, SamSantana. Let them know where to follow you at too. Put your Instagram and your TikTok. Put it all out there. Y'all gonna find me under the same name on everything. SamSantana, no spaces. TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, Apple Music, Spotify, any app on MySpace, anything. Look up SamSantana, you gonna find me. But make sure y'all follow my TikTok. Most importantly, we trying to hit 50K before the summer's over, so make sure y'all tap into that. If y'all watching the video here, remember, go to the link in my bio and watch the full video on YouTube for sure.
For sure. SamSantana in the building. Thank you so much for stopping by for one cut. You know we gang.
It's gang for me.
We out.